So while we're waiting for the racing to start, make sure you are adequately hydrated. There's a beer right at the back of the podium, as well as food. Make sure you are nice and fueled up, have some dinner. There's lovely burgers and pregos. There was one there by the camera pole. There's a hammer lying at the base of the camera pole.
Dave, have you checked what's live? I've made it funny so nobody can get
For the 5 people watching, make sure you have some coffee. It's winter over here. You're all getting dressed warmly. We have a new subscriber on the channel, FPV. Thanks for joining us. Andrew, how cold is it in the Cape on the live stream? Yeah, there's some hectic weather blowing through shortly. Weather warnings, are you still alive?
How's it, guys? So we're going to be starting Group 1 in 5 minutes.
Oh, Darren, good to hear you warm in PE. Andrew, tighten down the hatches. Good you're alive. It's good to hear.
Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Spread out the news far and wide. Let's see how many viewers we can get up on this channel. You guys won't miss it. There's a big white cube in the middle of the field, and it makes big bang noises, doesn't it, Mark?
It is the cube of carnage. We've seen arms, props, batteries, everything just go flying. So definitely the biggest gate on the field, but somehow people still tend to hit it.
It seems to be a mental thing against that gate, because it's amazing. People, we've used it for so long, but everyone still manages to find it.
Yeah, actually I remember, I think it was first time in last year's Nats that we start using it. Yeah, to my recollection, last year, so it's been well over a year. And I remember as well, I had great difficulty with that gate, amongst other things, but yeah, well, especially.
Get as many people to tune in. We've got racing starting in 5 minutes. Group 1 is going to be taking off in 5 minutes. And Neil, go ahead, share it to all the groups. Let's get everyone involved.
Okay, so just a reminder to the pilots, as you finish the heat, the podium positions are at stake. Number one with the best line into the cube. And as we go on, it gets progressively worse. So make sure you get the number one position for the best line possible. Andrew, we will be running flight feeds as they starting. Yeah, we're just waiting to start shortly, and then all the feeds will be up and running on the feed. Group 1, start getting your quads ready. We'll be starting shortly.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FDL Masters 01. Can I get a yeah? Welcome to everyone watching at home on the YouTube stream. I'm Wesley, and I'm joined by Mike.
Hi guys, this is my first time commentating on such a race. I'm quite excited. Also, first night race for this province.
Quite exciting stuff right here at FDL. Been a lot of hard work, but we do it just for the love of it. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we've got a beautiful HD camera up, checking it, all the lights and that. We'll be focusing a bit more on that a bit later tonight. Obviously, we're going to watch the people as they take off and towards the Cube of Doom. It's been dubbed that by most Gauteng pilots.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll have a look what excitement unfolds at the Cube. Group 1 is starting to get ready as we speak. They're testing the last few things, and yeah, we're looking forward. It's quite chilly this evening though.
There we go. Andrew, is that a bit better? Not overpowering us anymore. So we're going to go down to heat 1. Heat 1 of the top 16. These are the quickest guys of the day for the qualifiers. We're going to see if our live feed is going to be good enough to be seen by you guys. So far today we've had no issues with it. No issues at all. So in Group 1 we've got Bevan, current champion of South Africa. With him he's flying one of the biggest surprises we've ever seen. Very, very quick. He says flying racing is like freestyle. Just you know what's happening.
Yeah, and I must say, running such a heavy quad, he's been performing quite solidly, and I must say, a pleasant surprise.
And in that group as well, we've got Andrew, our youngest pilot here tonight, eh?
Yeah, and he's also been putting in relatively quick times. It's going to be an interesting group to watch. LEDs are coming out nicely on the quads, good and visible. If you look at the lower left corner of the track screen, you'll see the first two positions. Number 1 lined up nicely for the cube for the whole shot on the red LED.
Thanks, eh? Well, let's go have a look at our HD footage of their cube.
Okay, pilots, thumbs up. Okay, let's get going. And off we go. Last 3 spots on neck and neck, and we've had a collision at the last gate. Looks like
What it looks like from the top camera over there. Pretty amazing, those LED lights, pretty bright for such a small little machine, hey?
no, definitely. And if you look at the speeds that these things can achieve, 0 to top speed in under a second.
Weatherstone's get here a bit nippy at the moment. Got a little crowd turning out over here. If you're down near Diggers in Randburg, do yourself a favor, come pop in and have a look. Looks much better live. Got the
Okay,
pilots
group
busy
2.
ready on group 2.
Ready, Ramon, push the red button. And so, Group 3, get ready to place your quads. Everyone participating tonight, make sure you are ready when your group is up. Make sure everything can go smoothly. We want to try and run as many heats as possible tonight. So next up we have Dale, Roberto, Paolo and pilots ready. Give us a thumbs up.
Let's see this fast takeoff over here. And they're off.
Okay, Andrew, can you hear us on the live feed? Thanks, guys. Thanks for telling us about the audio situation. I believe you missed some good commentary now on the last heat that went down.
Yeah, kind of first streaming event properly for us like this. A little bit of snags, but we'll get there.
Yeah, once we have all this sorted out, I'm sure we can do many more of this in the future. And Jock has clipped another gate. Good recovery there.
Well, Jacques got only 35 seconds to try finish. We've unfortunately been on a very tight schedule where we've got to cut pilots off if they don't finish within the 5-minute time limit. But it is the Masters after all, eh?
It is Masters for a reason. And his battery has died.
Oh, unfortunate. But he did pull out 1,511 milliamp hours over there.
I'm not sure what kind of battery is running, but if it's a 1,500 and it's been calibrated correctly, that's definitely quite an ouch situation right there.
Yeah, that's not good at all. But you know what? It is finals. People do tend to push the equipment to the ultimate level. Yeah, we're streaming over LTE. Unfortunately, it's basically the best we can do at the moment. But yeah.
Okay, group 1, start getting your equipment ready. You'll be following this group. Make sure everything's ready for...
Well, this is a very exciting group over here. We've got Chris, qualified 4th. Very quick flyer, goes by the tag Bacon, followed with Ramon, old sheriff himself. His flying has been phenomenal lately. With him we've got Pops Mark, very, very consistent flyer. I don't think there's been many heats that he hasn't finished ever since he started. And with Vickers on a day, he can challenge anyone very fast. Let's go have a look what it looks like from that HD scene. I really like watching this takeoff here, don't you?
This is a brilliant takeoff, and especially watching the top part of the cube towards the center of the screen right as they take off into the whole shot. That's the most exciting part of the race, just before everyone starts spreading out. An important thing to remember as well with this type of race, we are starting off the blocks, so getting the correct angle. Okay, pilots ready.
And they're off. Oh, a little bit of a oops over there.
And we have a starting casualty on blue. That's Ramon.
Ramon is busy laying on the ground. I wonder if he's going to be able to turtle out, because I can see steering. Oh, there we go. That didn't sound too good from where we're sitting. Let's hope he gets up though. Chris really pushing hard over there, as you can see.
And is over into the gravity gate.
I don't know why his feed is black and white, but it's only been a few pilots today for some odd reason.
It seems so.
Got Mark there coming down. We've just had Vickers pass us. Mark just missing the gravity gate, having to make a quick U-turn over there to make it. There we go. Chris really pushing hard around that corkscrew, overshooting just a wee bit, obviously trying to get those lines a bit tighter. Let's see how he makes that gravity gate nice and clean. Tight turn. Oh, very close to that net, hey?
And this is absolutely close as it is.
Mark making nice turns over there. I see Vickers is starting to pick up the pace a bit, coming around here. Nice, decent pace going ahead.
Chris going into the corkscrew. Through the gate, over the top of the cube. Into gravity gate, followed by sharp left turn, final straight, full throttle.
That was a lot better turn there after the gravity gate for Chris this time.
No, definitely.
Mark just making sure he sticks on that race line nicely. Consistent flying always seems to push him into the finals.
And obviously consistency is key, especially with these knockout stages. You want to get the best racing possible, and crashes.
Chris is up. Chris had a remarkable recovery once again.
And his LEDs are off, but all is good. There they come back on. Seems like they're intermittent.
Must have been that meeting with the ground. That's one thing I have to say about Chris. He really has brilliant recoveries. For some odd reason, that's one thing he does amazingly is recover.
No, definitely. And then he just carries on as if nothing ever happened, and he just puts in the quickest times.
There's Chris done with his 5 laps in a nice time of 2:06.590.
And
very
Chris
tight flying there.
with his fastest lap, 21 seconds for Chris. Still some seconds to shave though. We are looking at sub 2 minutes. Obviously we just want everyone acclimatized to the nighttime setting. Many people have not yet raced here at night.
Ooh.
So the times are coming down a bit, it seems.
Well, I think it's been the first time that it's been a night event. I think it's going to be very different. So it's a big adjustment that needs to be made, and hopefully by the next heat guys can start pushing a lot harder.
No, I agree, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing a 15-second lap still. I think it is possible. I'm just waiting. Hopefully the guys' fingers are not getting cold, and maybe that's an influence, I don't know.
Well, Chris is flying with a hand warmer over there. I will be asking him how it went, because obviously flying in winter is very difficult. That's all our pilots down.
Okay, next group. Get ready, group 1.
Okay, in group 1 we've got in position 1 will be Devon. Position 2 will be Shoal. Position 3 will be Andrew. Position 3 is Gustan. Number 4 is Andrew. Obviously positions count in this due to your previous heat. What happens is the starts are staggered. In position 1 you've got almost a 2 meter head start from position 4 and a lot better line.
Now the line definitely is key there, and that is the main advantage going into the cube.
Well, if you want to have a good starting line, that's one thing you've got to do is make sure you fly hard in every heat.
Yeah, so we want to get these heats done as cleanly as possible. We are risking the quads a little bit, but definitely the lines are key. Doing it consistently and cleanly.
Starting to get it. Oh, and here's Ed. How's it, Ed? How are you? Okay, Ed's a freestyle pilot for the Friday team.
Yeah.
What's your tag?
Fridayfpv.
Guys, must check him out on Facebook and on YouTube. Does brilliant edits. Let's get ready to see the next race. This is group 1.
So for group 1 we have Devon, Shawl, Gustan and Andrew.
Go Shaw.
And we had a bit of a false start over there. Busy sorting out.
And Devon getting the whole shot and clipping the cube. Spectacular!
That is
2 clips on the start.
That was a very hard hit from both pilots. This is where the stress starts coming in.
And the carnage continues with Gustan hitting the other gate after the cube exiting.
You can see the pressures on with the pilots. Everyone's pushing really hard.
And Dev coming through for his first lap, passing through the top of the cube. Going through the bottom. Next up, Split S. And the blue quad shortly on his tail. That would be Shawl.
Well, currently we've got Devon, followed by Gustan, followed by Shoal, and then by Andrew. This is turning out to be a very exciting race.
It seems like the good lap times from Devon at 21 seconds, 2 laps down.
Blue lights hitting the LEDs at the gates over there. They're dangling a little bit now. I guess you can still see.
And those spectating on the grandstands, you're more than welcome to come and have a look at the live feed on the big screen here to our left. Feel free to come and have a look and get a closer picture of what the pilots are seeing whilst they're doing the race. So feel free and come have a chat to us as well.
Yeah, you can come down and have a look at, well, right here to our left next door to the TV. There's a nice area if you stand about a meter away from the nets, safe enough. And you can come have a closer look at the whole track and just feel the rush as the quads come past. Oh, someone playing boxing bag with the cube again.
Looks like it was Shaw reattempting the top of the cube. Nice recovery from him.
And we've got no one finishes yet. We've only got Shoal up in the air. Devon went down meeting traffic. Gustani's laying upside down as well. I don't think he's got any... looks like there's a bit of development over here. There seems to be that they missed Devon's time. Busy sorting out the timing to make sure the timing's right there. But Shoal's still out there in second place. This is the reason why we use 2 timing systems, to make sure that we get all the times and not miss anything at this level of competition.
Okay, and Scholl finishing up his fastest time, 25 seconds, total time 2 minutes 49.
Obviously, it's a bit new for us. We normally do 3 laps. Now we're busy doing 5 tonight. Nice, short, very technical fast track designed by Ramon himself.
I must say, props to Ramon. This is an amazing track. Lots of excitement going on. Good view for the spectators as well. And this is a brilliant concept, having this race at night.
How's it, guys? How do you think the race is going tonight? So in the next heat we've got Jaden 1, Johan 2, Dave 3, Calvin in 4th.
And also Jaden being someone to watch for the evening, definitely putting in some blistering times. We'll see what he can pull out for the next heat.
Well, number 1 in Cape Town, hey?
Yeah, definitely. And if you think last year went out to China, unfortunately we don't have Rue here tonight. Also went to China as well.
People have been very excited over the phone, getting calls from the friends. Group 2 is getting ready to fly. Okay, pilots are ready. And they're off. Thank you, Giti, for the beautiful comments. And these pilots are really pushing hard in this group over here. We've got Jaden, obviously, fastest pilot from Cape Town, with us up here in Gauteng, making sure in the top left-hand corner. Johan, very solid flyer as well, getting quicker every single time, making a bit of a mistake into the net. Most unfortunate. Hanging from the net is very difficult to recover from. Jaden coming screaming past over here. Calvin as well, still up in the air, followed by Dave. Thank you, Karen, for the subscribe. Let's have a look here what is going while we're watching some fantastic flying from Jaden. Still got Calvin up in the air going. Vickers is coming up in group 4. Hi, Krista. It's very difficult to read the comments while I'm busy trying to keep up the live speed. You all and Jaden coming past at a hell of a speed. To see Calvin battling a little bit of the gravity gate over there, turning around, coming through nice and neatly.
And
Jaden is finished at a 1:16, a 1 minute 16.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute 35 from Jaden. Fastest lap of the round so far. 18 seconds. 18.702 seconds for Jaden.
That's why we've got 2 timing systems to catch those mistakes.
I would like to know what Jaden eats as his breakfast cereal to be that quick.
Oh, and Calvin clipped a gate and ended upside down. He's trying to turtle mode it. Let's see if he can get up and finish off. Oh, most unfortunate. This is very stressful to fly in the cold as well. It's very difficult. Gathering quite a crowd here behind us. In the next group 3, We have Dale in position 1. Dale, position 1. Roberto in position 2. Roberto in 2. We still got Joe out in the field, busy repairing a quick LED over there. Thank you, Joe. Do a great job. Let's just find out. Pilots in the field there. Can you guys hear us?
Group 2, bring your quads.
Group 2, bring your quads in.
Hello, Group 2.
Just busy having a look at a video issue possibly.
Hello, Group 2, Group 2. Group 3, okay. Where's Group 2?
So it's been a lot of work today to get this place set up, get it all running smoothly. That's why we didn't start the stream earlier. We thought we would save the juicy parts for it. Let's have a look at the live chat while we go over here. Let's go. Move start cam to the left. No problem. Let's see what we can do. You want to see all 4 pilots taking off? Great. Is the sound working fine now, guys? Just let me out in the... Yes. Let me know if the sound is working fine. Perfect. Great stuff. So glad that you guys are all watching. We're up to 10 viewers. Hey, we've got a spot prize over here. Guys, out there on the YouTube, we're going to need your help here. We've got this lovely cap. Check there. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Let us know who you think deserves this cap as a spot prize. Is the camera better? There we go. Thanks a lot, Retro. Retro says it's perfect, Mark. Yeah, Retro says perfect. We should have the starting cam in full view. Now you can see the spawning blocks. Thanks a lot there, Mike.
Yeah, and for the spectators as well, the net is safe, but remember these things go slightly through the net. So just make sure you're slightly behind the net, maybe a meter back or so, and please don't shake the net at the camera. Or if you don't like your fingers, feel free to stick your hand through and watch it turn into mincemeat.
I'd prefer if they don't do that.
Yeah, that was not a serious request there at all. So please don't take that advice. And we have Gustan here at the back, our freestyle pilot turned racer. There we go, making funny gestures with my head.
So, what's your advice to people wanting to come race?
I would definitely be saying, come and do it, it's freaking awesome. Because, I mean, as a freestyler for probably 2.5 years now, I never actually thought about trying racing until now, and I haven't regretted it one bit ever since. So,
well, I have to admit, I'm very happy that you feel that way, seeing that your first race was at a FDL, eh? And you actually did well. You got, what, second place that day, or third? First, you got first in his first race at FDL.
And if you're wondering who we're talking about, if you want to check him out on YouTube, his YouTube handle and Instagram handle is Fridayfpv. Make sure to check him out. He's got some amazing content on there with regular uploads. Some shameless plugging going on right here, but I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
So it looks like we're going to get the next heat on the way very shortly. Just sorting out the final pieces of the timing. Okay, so next group. Group 3, position 1, Daryl. Position 2, Roberto. Position 3, Paulo. Position 4, Jacques. Obviously now each race counts, because depending on what you did the previous race depends on your position in the starting blocks. You want that position 1 and 2. The line is perfect to go through the cube. Only problem with line 3 and 4, you've got a little bit of a bend to incorporate, but that's how racing goes. You've got to push even harder then to get into first place. We've noticed we can't see starting block number 4. We'll make another small adjustment to the camera after the race.
So currently Dale's in the red LED. After that, Roberto, blue LED. Third we have Paolo
In purple and Jock in green.
Yes. Let's have a look at their starts.
And they're off.
Good start from Dale in the lead, going through the bottom of the cube now into split S. Coming down nice and clean into corkscrew.
That was very close. Apollo almost hitting the flag over there, but managed to obscure it. Obviously trying to get those race lines very tight. Dale coming down the gravity gate, nice tight turn, pushing the throttle to full pass timing over here.
That was a brilliant scream from Dale's quad going into the bottom of the cube.
Got Roberto following Dale over there. Roberto is in pushing even harder over there to try catch up. Roberto coming past the timing over there. We've got Dale still pushing hard around the corkscrew with a little bit of traffic up ahead of him. As you can see, those bright purple lights in front of him, yes. Managed to pass it. Oh, 2 screaming quads down the finish. There's 2 of them fighting it out over there.
I must say the LED racing line is quite spectacular to view in the feed.
Just watching this as a whole is awesome. I don't know why we haven't done this sooner.
I think all races from now on must be done at this hour. We can do our qualifying heats during the afternoon, and then the nice crunchy cookies we can do at night, and this is beautiful.
I can't wait for summer though.
Nah, summer can stay where it is right now. I'm enjoying the cold.
Devil having a little bit of a alteration with the gates over there, managed to recover it quite nicely. Still pushing hard, finding that gravity gate down over there. Roberto coming up to the corkscrew. Let's see how tight he handles it. Roberto up over through the gravity gates. Oh, nice sharp turn. Oh, very close. Managed to recover. Still made it through timing. Dale's still racing, so is Roberto. Meanwhile, they've both done their 5 laps.
Yes, Dale, even though he's still out, he's got 5 laps in with a best time of 22 seconds.
Dale is finished and he's still pushing harder.
Yeah, Roberto also has his 5 laps in with a best time.
Still doing extra, I think trying to squeeze in the extra practice over there. Roberto, it seems to be still going. I guess someone needs to go tap in on the shoulder and say, Roberto, you done.
Yeah, he's going to push that battery past the limits right there. Screaming.
Finished over there. Jacques still navigating the track, coming up to the corkscrew.
And Roberto putting in some very clean lines there. And he's done. Not that the last laps counted. It's 5 laps only.
Sometimes you kind of wish that you can keep racing because you just get into that groove.
No, definitely. Once you're in it, you don't want to stop because you never know what happens next.
Roberto, did you lose count to 5 there? And where's Dale? So did he. Still waiting for Jacques over there on his third lap. Ooh, hitting the gates and bumping off some LEDs. We're going to have to run out and fix that.
Okay, and while everyone is concluding, see if we can move the starting camera a bit over.
Jacques unable to make it. Let's switch over and have a look at what you guys have to say on YouTube. Retro, make the trip up for the next FDL. You'll be surprised how awesome it is. Neil, you can send your address. Yes, that looks much better. Okay, let's get position sorted out. Chris, you're on block 1. Vickers, you are on block 4. Mark on block 3. And Ramon on block 2. Sorry, Mark, you're on block 3. Vickers, block 2. Ramon on block 4.
Oh, and Bux is joining us. Very warm welcome to Bux, also from the Cape, saying hello. He's just recently, or not too long ago, moved down. He was quite a friendly face in the Pretoria crowd.
So, do you guys prefer looking at the start from the HD cam overview, or do you prefer it from the DVR view? Sound out in the comments. Busy sorting out a little bit of a video issue on the starting line. And the pilots are ready. And they off. A little bit of a slow start over there, but not to worry, the racing will pick up, especially with Chris and Ramon out there, followed by Vickers. Like saying, Vickers can do this. All 4 pilots following each other quite nicely in a line over there. A little bit of traffic starting to develop around the corkscrew. Chris getting a nice decisive lead up front, screaming past there as fast as possible.
Taking a nice high line, seems to be working out nicely for Chris.
Ramon and Vickers busy fighting it out.
And some grass cutting action here at the timing gates.
Mark recovering from that little bit of a meeting with the ground. Chris coming through onto the gravity gate. Got Ramon following him right over there.
And a good time. Fairly consistent in the 23 seconds for both Chris and Ramon.
Mark hitting the ground once. Oh, that was Vickers. Hitting the ground once again, unfortunately. No, it was Mark. Oh, and Mark went past the net. Unfortunately, he's going to be forced to land. Most unfortunate that happens. Been very tough on people with the safety over here today.
And neck going to the top of the cube, around. And we have a gate clip. That is unfortunate for Mr. Red.
The two of them were neck and neck. It looks like Chris and Ramon's got a race going on. I think Chris is trying to catch up. Yes, Ramon is taking the lead.
Ramon putting in a spectacular time, 22 seconds so far.
Chris picking up the pace.
cube.
It's the cube. Makes a
Chris.
recovery. Let's see if he can at least finish. Making a little bit of a, trying to figure out where he is on the track over there. Ramon flying very stable.
Some very tight racing going on this evening. Ramon done, taking first position. Total time just over 2 minutes.
Well done, Ramon. That was a 2:06, solid 5 laps racing there.
And his average time was 25 seconds, extremely respectable right there.
Chris trying to get back up off the ground. Unfortunately, no spectacular recovery there for him.
And Ramon still pushing despite his 5-lap completion. There we go, thanks Ramon.
Mark busy coming in to finish off. He's on his last lap, I think. Up he goes. Navigates there, coming down through the gravity gates.
Finding his line nicely and through the timing gate.
And that's Mark done.
Okay, next group, get ready. Okay, group 4, pick up your quads. Group 1, get ready to place your quads.
Next is Group 1. In Group 1, we've got Devon in first position, followed by Scholl in second position. Then by Gustan in third and Andrew in fourth. These positions are obviously the starting blocks, very, very important. Like we said, you need the line. Repeats of the pilots: Devon on block 1, Scholl on block 2, Gustan on block 3, Andrew on block 4.
And for those on the chat, on the live chat on YouTube, wondering who is in which group, you're welcome to check on live time. All the race happenings are updated on there, including detailed timings and who is in which group.
Bye, Richard. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll definitely do more events like this. Definitely.
Yeah, this is definitely a spectacular event to attend. I think we can definitely expand on this idea in the future.
Definitely. But after this one, we've got a cut. We're cutting 4 pilots to go down to 12. So one whole group. Guys have an epic discussion here in front of us about antennas. I think that's one thing we do a lot about.
Yeah, and if you especially compare twisty to patchy things, one can interpret it in any which way you like. Another twisty thingy here on our left.
Next race is going to start.
And we're off on
And
the
off.
live stream.
We've got Devon up in the top left corner, obviously our number one in South Africa. We've got Shoal, also very quick pilot, pushing really hard tonight. Guston, our freestyle pilot, I see he had a little bit of an overshoot over there, but making a recovery. And we've got Andrew, our youngest pilot tonight, busy flying.
I must say, Shoal was neck and neck with Devon. Just had a bit of a clip on the right-hand section of the track.
But Devon, his motto is train hard, race easy.
Exactly. And if you look at his feet, it's absolutely blistering. I can't even keep up at the speed he's racing at right there.
Well, the thing with Devon, he always finds the tightest of lines and he just sticks to them so well. Him and Rue, that's all they do, is they find that race line and they stick to it constantly, and that's what makes the magic for them.
Definitely, I completely agree.
Shoal pushing really hard, I can see over there, trying to keep those lines tight while keeping up on that throttle as hard as possible.
Shoal also putting in consistent lines with a good recovery, with a green in his sights there for a short brief period of time.
You can see Devon's met with some traffic up ahead of him, but he is on his last lap. Nice seeing a quad lane there on the ground. Devon coming in to finish final lap. Devon posts a time of 1 minute 37.
And that is absolutely blistering as well. Best lap time of 18.9 seconds for Devon.
Still short, three seconds of your time that you're looking for, isn't it? Bit harder so they're knowing where they are. Shoal finishing off with the 2:04.
Shoal also putting in respectable times. 23.4 seconds, his fastest. And we have Andrew clipping one of the gates on the right hand side. Doesn't look like he can recover though. Still down at this stage.
Okay, so group one's done. We're going to quickly do a quick video check on them. Only thing about these type of races with these VTXs, the electronics are very susceptible to damage from little crashes. Group 2 standing over there. We've got Jaden on starting block 1, followed by Calvin on block 2.
Okay, don't plug in your quads as yet. Just get your starting position sorted out. Still doing some systems checks on group 1 to make sure all the video is as supposed to be. And shout out to Bux, he was asking who's commentating. I hope you can see us now, Bux. Hi Bux.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and our Facebook. Facebook link is scrolling across the top of the screen over there. Pilots on the field, can you guys hear me? Jaden, Dave, Calvin, Johan, can you guys hear? Jaden, you're on block 1. Calvin, you're on block 2. Johan, you're on block 3. Dave, you're on block 4. Poor Joe's running himself dry today, trying to keep the LEDs working.
See, Ian has also joined us on the live chat. Welcome, Ian.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Get everyone else to come join and watch.
The aim for this event is to be the premier FPV event in the country. And I think with tonight's setup, we've definitely set the bar.
How you doing? Lekker, you enjoying the race? You can find us on Facebook and on YouTube. We host quite a lot of events at the Purple Cow as well. I have to give a shout out to Diggers for letting us use this venue. It's been very difficult for us to find venues, and they're the first sports club to say yes. And I think they are really, really amazing for what they've done for us to allow us to run this night event.
Must say they've been fantastic hosts, providing with us with food and drink and a space for spectators, as well as the field for us to have the most amazing races on.
So you guys out near Randburg and Joburg, come pop in, come have a watch at a couple of heats, stay until the end so you can see the grand finale. Ramon cracking a funny over there.
Not PG, by the way.
Old Mr. Grumpy all the time.
I don't think Ramon has ever been PG.
Group 2 on the starting line, ready. Heat's about to start. And they're off. Jaden got someone in front of him.
On position 1 and 2 is neck and neck, less than a second between the two of them.
Jaden got screaming past the timing. I think that's about the fastest pass we've had tonight so far.
Yeah, definitely looks like it, with a time of 22 seconds.
Oh, unfortunately we're going to have to call it into the race.
All pilots land, all pilots land.
Unfortunately the timing system didn't pick anyone up, so we've got to quickly have a look and see why.
Okay, so instant rerun, get your batteries ready, get some fresh packs in, and stand by to start.
That was insane start over there. Jaden seen that big blue lights in front of him.
Seems like once he saw that light, the game was on and he had to chase it down.
Well, I have to admit, as soon as those lights came up, you made sure you got that first position as fast as possible.
No, definitely, and also tightening the lines nicely there, punching the throttle exactly where it's needed.
I've got a feeling this next heat, this rerun is going to be exciting.
Okay, and just some patience as we sort out the timing system. Hopefully this will just be a minor glitch and we can resume shortly. Okay, looks like our timing will be sorted shortly. Technicians are hard at work, working tirelessly. Okay, pilots, quads back on the line, get ready to go. Jaden, Johan, David, Kelvin, quads on the line. Seems like our quads are ready, plugged in, LEDs shining nice and brightly.
Hopefully that won't happen again. A little bit of a hardware glitch there. Sorted out at least.
And it's a grudge match. Good start from Jaden.
Got your hand following Jaden very closely over there. Some exciting flying going over there. Let's see how much traffic's going down to. No, Jaden's pulled ahead, screaming past us once again. Jan trying to find the timing gate. Got Dave. So we've got Jaden up in front. We've got Dave following with Johan behind him.
And another fast lap from Jaden at 18.6 seconds.
Screaming past us once again, Jaden. Really pushing out those laps as fast as possible. Johan just missing the gravity gate there, having to turn around and come back down. Oh!
And a contact.
Just taps the ground, but he recovers it nicely, just missing the safety net. Then we've got another person hitting. Oh, Dave is down and out on the ground.
Stuck in the net, Dave. I mean the rope. Who's down there?
Dave is stuck inside the extension cord, so let's hope he doesn't arm.
Seems like Jaden's also down just after the gravity gate.
Johan also hitting the ground, unfortunately. Let's see if he can at least total mode up, and he's up. Calvin flying the lines nice and solid, taking it nice and easy, just making sure he gets through each obstacle.
So as we stand, Johan and Kelvin in the running, and Kelvin's hit is upside down. Only Johan remaining, first position. Kelvin's still trying to rectify the situation.
Only problem is being stuck out there in the dark, bit difficult to see, especially if you're upside down. You don't quite know which way is up.
Definitely. So currently only Johan blisteringly quick past the timing gate. One lap left for him, and a best time of 23 seconds so far. Has clipped the gate and sawed it in half brutally.
Oh, and he seems to have loosened up his lens. Looks very blurry.
And zero finishes for this round. Everyone's been wiped out with epic carnage everywhere.
Most unfortunate, eh? Most unfortunate.
Seems like one of the flags on the trap is broken. Some of the flags looking like old pirate ships, all in tatters and full of holes.
Yep. Next up is Group 3. We got Dale on starting block 1. We got Roberto on starting block 2. We got Paula on starting block 3. And we got Jock. Dale on starting block 1. Roberto on starting block 2. Paulo on starting block 3. Jacques on starting block 4.
Still waiting for Jock to place his quad.
Sorry guys, the stream dropped there for a second. Pilots are ready for takeoff.
Okay, pilots, hands up if you're ready.
Busy waiting for a thumbs up from the race organizer. And they're off.
Close start for all four.
Quick. Dale's really pushing hard tonight, eh?
No, definitely. He's got some solid starts. Look at him pulling away
Well, I think it's because the prize money is so big. We haven't seen prize monies like this at any race event for a long time.
I didn't even realize there is prize money up at stake tonight.
I'll bring it up on the screen for you a bit later and you can have a look.
Oh, fantastic.
Thanks for subscribing, Bucks. Get a few more of your mates to come and check us out. Ooh, someone has something sounding horrible
And
on
it
that quad.
Looks like Paulo's crashed out just after gravity gate. Can he flip it and get back in there? Dale coming through blisteringly quick once again.
Pretty high though, eh?
Yeah, it depends on the line it seems you want to take. Going from low to...
They're already pushing hard through this heat. Coming through the split test nice and tight. He's got really tight lines right. I think he's on his last lap now. Roberto
And
keeping up
Dale
the
going
pace.
down, trying to recover as we go past the timing gate.
There we go. Dale's done his 5 laps. Nice quick flip turn over there just to make sure he comes landing so the battery's quicker to charge. Jacques still navigating very close to being over the spectators net over there.
And fantastic
Ooh,
recovery from
Roberto
Dale.
hitting the ground. Oh, very close for him as well.
At the
Oh.
gravity gate.
We had a spin out over there. Who was that? Polio?
Seems some carnage tonight.
It was Jacques. Jacques' quad spin out of control over there and we seem to have lost the video feed.
And still with Dale.
Roberto's finished his 5 laps now.
Surprisingly, after his crash and incident, still managed to pull off a sub 2 minute time.
Looks like they're competing with Chris for best recovery over here tonight.
Definitely.
Chris looking like a real pilot.
Chris all outfitted in his pilot Eskimo gear. He's got his Rishki cap, his little hand warmer for his transmitter. Still missing the gloves and fluffy boots.
Got group 4 over here. We've got Ramon on block 1. We've got Mark on block 2. We've got Chris on block 3 and Vickers on block 4. Chris on block 3. Is pilots ready? And they're off. Nice easy start from Chris and Roberto. Chris and Ramon. Vickers behind them. Got 3 quads with a bit of traffic there at the split test at the back. Cork through. Oh, someone had a little bit of mistake, but they made a good recovery. Oh, we got 2 quads down, both hitting the same gate. Good recovery over there from Ramon And from Vickers, Chris trying to get back up onto the race line, trying to find it again. You lose your direction very quick by the looks of it in the dark. Ramon with some solid flying today. Taking that dive gate nice and tight, making that timing gate nicely. Mark at the corkscrew. Vickers coming past timing. So we've got Ramon out in front, followed by Vickers, followed by Mark, then by Chris. Ramon had a fast lap there of 23.820. Chris coming screaming past us. Ramon coming in, busy on his third lap. Everyone else is on their second lap. Vickers coming in to finish his third lap. We've got Ramon, followed by Vickers, followed by Mark, and then by Chris. Oh, Chris is not having fun there today with that timing gate. Ramon coming around to have his fourth lap at a 22.778. Vickers and Mark closely together, but I think Mark is behind a lap behind Vickers. Mon getting a little bit lost there at the corkscrew, finding his way, looking for that gravity gate, see if he can hold it together to get the time, and Ramon finishes in first place. Vickers coming down the dive gate to finish off, followed by Mark. Vickers is finished with the second place. Mark's busy on his last lap. I see Chris is back up. Chris on his fourth lap. Oh, and Chris went out. No, he made a recovery. Magic recovery, Chris. Mark busy at the corkscrew. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Chris squeezing in there. Is he going to make the recovery? No. But he's still upright. Mark making the gravity gate, coming in for his final lap. And Mark finishes off. And Chris seems down for good. Most unfortunate. Let's give some volume to the music here.
And it is a cold night as well. We will crank the music a bit, move around, get some heat going.
We're going to quickly calculate the next groups. So we're busy just calculating to cut 4 pilots. We're going down to 12 pilots next.
This will be the top 12 pilots for the evening, running elimination. So best heats after this, go into the top 8. Make sure you get your best times. looks like a beautiful evening. The wind has died down nicely. Temperature settling down. Nice to get cozied up. Jacket and gloves. So we're still determining our top 12 spots for elimination. Fixing what needs to be fixed on the track. And people running up and down. Fantastic backdrop here. Some city lights in the background. Amongst the cloud of dry smoke. So Jaden, whilst you're here, tell us a bit about yourself for the stream. I know you've come from far. Yeah, just give us a little brief overview.
Okay, so I'm a FPV pilot from Cape Town. Okay, wait.
Guys, here's Jaden. Jaden, come take a seat here.
Okay.
Mark, yeah.
Feels
You're
professional.
good. Yeah. Welcome, Jaden, all the way from Cape Town. It must be warming here.
Yeah, it is. It is. It also isn't. It's weird.
Well, I guess it's drier.
Yeah, it definitely is dry at the moment. When
So-
we were leaving from Cape Town, we actually took off in some pretty hairy weather, some like hectic winds.
I guess that makes flying a bit impossible in Cape Town.
This weekend, yeah, definitely.
So, tell me, what do you think of the FDL? Seeing that this is the second time you have made the trek all the way from Cape Town to come compete with us.
It's a really awesome event. It runs really nicely. The fact that the races run one after another very quickly, and the night racing, I love it. It's obviously like setup related, but a lot of people are saying they can see better now than they could during the day, specifically the flags and the drop. And that's very interesting to me because I was expecting to not be able to see it all, but I can see amazingly, and it's really, really fun.
But it's actually quite amazing how far the cameras have come these days to be able to cope with this type of lighting.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like 2 years ago, you had no hope of being able to do this.
And I mean, I still remember when the first night camera came out, it was the Owl, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the Runcam Owl, yeah.
And then that was like really expensive and it didn't work nearly as well as any of these racing cameras do nowadays.
Yeah, it did. It was basically like a stab at it that just never worked properly.
So, tell us a bit of the experience down in China.
So the experience in China, there was a ton of pressure. You flew all the way to China spent months preparing to fly a maximum of like 9 batteries or 10 batteries if you made it through all of the races, and you had 3 races to make it into the first cut of pilots. Then you had essentially 1 race. If you crashed, you were out. That was it.
Geez, that's pretty tight. The pressures amount. We're planning to look at applying more pressure on our pilots here in South Africa. That's the FDL. I guess the pressure does start piling up little bits by little bits on these events.
It does. The way that we're running it now, where we're letting everyone fly, then we're cutting a little bit, then we're letting everyone fly, then we're cutting a little bit again. That, in my mind, is a very good system because it lets you fly, so it's still a little bit of pressure, but it gives you that sense of I actually need to do well, otherwise I'm not going to be able to fly the whole night.
And how do you feel about the staggered starts with the better line on 1 and 2, with the horrible line on 3 and 4, and making you work for your position to try to keep those starts?
It's definitely a good idea, and I like it. Although I can see it frustrating some of the pilots who just aren't fast enough to be able to get the top spot, and then they always have to start at the back. I can see them getting frustrated, but otherwise I think it's a really nice addition for you to actually have to work for your position in the class.
Well, that's the whole idea. We don't normally do that in the FDL because this is the Masters. These are the top pilots that have entered our races. And remember, it's open for everyone. We've got a non-SAMA program running that if you don't have SAMA and you've got a drone and you want to come race, by all means come join us. Look for us on Facebook, look for us on YouTube, and yeah, come join us and have fun. Give a shout out. How do people find you on YouTube?
My YouTube channel name is Farm Life FPV, so that's Farm Life and then separate word FPV. And I post racing videos and freestyle videos on there as often as I can. And then on Instagram, it is Jadon, Jadon _ Farm Life FPV.
Oh, awesome. And I've watched some of your videos. I have done some spying. It's not stalking if it's Facebook or YouTube. And I mean, how do you feel the transition between freestyle and racing?
So I know if you ask Gustan, who is a freestyle pilot turned racer in like the last month, he will tell you that freestyle definitely helps you on some things in racing. I totally agree. Like being able to get that flow and calm down, I find comes from freestyle, because in a freestyle competition for me there is so much more stress than an actual race. And it's because you have to keep your lines good, you have to not crash, and you're doing all these crazy moves through gates and stuff. So that sort of learning to flow out of nothing really gets to me, like I can see how it helps me get to flow in racing.
I see there you got quite a few fans over there. Do you know Andrew Murray?
I do.
He's been supporting you all night.
Lekker. What's up, Andrew?
PFG between heats.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, you being a gamer, that's how all these people know you as well.
Yeah, a lot of them know me off, well, I've gotten to know a lot of them better online in games, but I met most of everyone here at Nationals or at Regionals in the Cape. But I mean, Andrew and I play PUBG and other games on a regular basis.
Oh, lekker, man. But thanks a lot for coming all the way. It's always special to have you guys with us. Your dad's with you this time. I see your mom never made it.
Yeah, my mom stayed at home mainly because to pay for 3 flight tickets up to Joburg was a little bit steep.
Well, I hope you do come to a lot more FDLs.
I plan to.
You're always welcome here. You're part of the FDL family now.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jaden.
Pleasure.
See Mike's hijacked Dale's green blow-up bag and left it at a very peculiar angle. Are you that cold?
This green thing doesn't help at all for the cold, but I'd like to think it does. Still trying to sort out our top 12 pilots for this evening. Those in the stands, make sure you are hydrated. Make sure you are warm.
And I smell a fire. It smells good.
Yeah, there's some buying going on at the back. If you have friends buying at the back, invite them to the front. Let them have some good views of the racing. They shouldn't miss out on anything.
Dale will obviously come and have a word. How you doing?
Seems like Dale wants to have a conversation here. Dale, come
Yeah,
into the
into
frame,
the hot seat here, Dale.
into the hot seat. So Dale, your mic isn't even on.
Okay, so I've realized that I was an idiot. It's fixed now, right?
Okay.
Obviously. Cool.
Brilliant.
All
Tell us,
systems go.
tell us a bit about yourself, Dale. One of the races to look out for this evening as well.
How can I start? I am a drone pilot, obviously. Oh, okay. Is this better, guys? I'm a drone pilot. I've been flying for about 2 years. I actually joined FDL after Nats last year, not this year. And yeah, I've been very fortunate to be a part of the team. It's been a blast, so I've been really enjoying the hobby, and I love the people that I meet.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, Dale's been putting some solid performances in for this evening. He's been very consistent throughout. Okay, we're going to announce the top 12 groups. Sorry to cut you off there, Dale.
It's okay,
Over to you, Wes.
Thanks a lot, Mike. You can have a look, people dancing around in the background over there. Okay, congratulations to the final pilots that made the top 12. In Group 1, we have Ramon on R1, Johan Stradam on R3, Chris on R5, Shoal on R7. You four got it? Great stuff. Group 2, Dale R1, Devin R3, Roberto R5, Andrew R7. And in the final group, we have Paulo R1, Jaden R3, Mark R5, Vickers R7. Well done, guys. Well done. Top 12. Get ready to start racing in the next 2 minutes. Let's go, Group 1. Guys having fun here in the background. Got some tunes running.